Hey, what's going on? Saga back here for another episode here on the best #1 dungeon server, slacker.enchantedmc.net. Now, the server is both Java and Bedrock compatible. All the Bedrock IP and port is in the description. But yeah, let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into today's episode. The server is opening up right now. I'll cut back once we're in. There we go. We just went in and loaded into the brand new dungeon season. Really quickly, let's do /reclaim. I think we can do it twice because we have media as well. There we go. We just got another pet slot. We got 25 minutes of auto fighter time. Not bad at all. Let's immediately do /zone go and begin hitting the chickens. In this season, I'll be teaming up with a couple of people that I already played dungeons with and some other maps as well. But we are going to be joining Dylan's guild. But honestly, I have no idea what to expect. There are a ton of stacked members in the guild, but I guess we'll see when everyone puts their best foot forward and see what place we are at the end of the week once guild payouts are actually in. Alright, since we have the enchanted rank and we did our reclaim, we got a lot of keys to go ahead and open. We got 65 rusty keys, 45 normal keys, 25 enchanted keys. We did also get one more monthly key, but really quickly, let me do /discord. Because if you go to the Discord linking, I have my Discord link right now, and from here we just went and got 5 more enchanted keys. There we go. That's definitely going to help us a little bit. 16 more rusty keys, 10 more normal keys, 15 more enchanted, and then we got a little bit more normals, a little bit more rusty, a little bit more enchanted, more normals, more rusty. All right, these are tiny bits. All right, but now let's open this one monthly key, and from that we got a pet special stat roll. That is unfortunate. Now let me go ahead and actually use all of these pets. Alright, we got some booster boxes as well. That's pretty good. Crystal boxes are pretty good as well. We will definitely take that. We got a mermaid rank, which we don't really need. We'll save our enchanted pet boxes for when the enchant pet is out. And then we got some books of experience. Let me do /pets. Go ahead and merge all of these pets together. And by the looks of it, we currently have a legendary tool pet. Alright, that's pretty good. We'll equip that. And I guess we'll use the universal pet as well. Okay, our luck just absolutely cooked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That is some pretty good pets. We will definitely take that. Alright, but now we are invited to Dylan's guild. Let me do /G join Dylan 1. There we go. Now we are on the team. And if we do /G top and have a look at our members already, we have Mito, which we actually played in the last dungeon season with. We had Sofa, which we played Skyblock with. We have ourselves, obviously. Then we have TTV Barbarian. Now, I know this guy is one of the top players on the whole entire server, but I actually have not played with him yet. But I know he is a grinder. Obviously, we got Pig in PvP, one of the best players in my guild. And now he is joining us here. And obviously, we have Dylan being the leader. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go to Zone Go and immediately begin hitting the chickens. Looks like we do actually have 3 perks as well. So let's go ahead and roll that. We got Essence 5. That is unfortunate. Golden Rush 1. And then we got the Blacksmith 3, which Blacksmith 3 gives us 2 XP. Low-key, not bad. Not bad for right now. We will definitely take that. All right, before we get further into the episode, I do want to go over the update log. So we got a brand new crystal revamp / loadout. Starting off here, now we have separate crystals for our main sword, separate crystals for the dual sword. Now this is pretty good because last season, if I remember correctly, all of our crystals on our main sword was for the dual sword, and now having it separated is gonna be way more overpowered than last season. They went ahead and changed some enchants and also added in new ones. They changed the way Zoologist works. Now it will give you a pet multiplier for a single pet when it goes ahead and actually procs. It will be a random pet you have equipped, but the awakened version of Zoologist will go ahead and add a random multiplier to all of your pets. So that is pretty cool. They went ahead and added a brand new enchant. It's called the Blacksmith, and you actually unlock this at level 0. Like as soon as you start, you have it unlocked, and it gives you a 2x sword experience booster for 30 seconds. And the awakened version of this does it for a full minute, so that is pretty good. And then there's also the Frostmark enchant, which is actually a souls enchant. You unlock it at level 300 and it will generate you souls and essence, so that is pretty dope. It is a currency enchant. They also added rewind, which completely reduces your ability back to 0 seconds. I'm pretty sure this is a shorts enchant. If we go ahead and have a look, yes, it is rewind. It reduces your ability down to 0 seconds, allowing you to reuse the ability. And that only activates when your dual sword is at 100%. They also added dice, which is another dual sword enchant. It basically goes ahead and activates a random enchant that you have unlocked, which is pretty dope. It can be one of the bad enchants. It could be a good enchant. It's called dice, so it could be good or bad. They also got the high boosters in here now too. Basically every 8 hours, a final multiplier booster will go ahead and activate for all major currencies. It'll be for 30 minutes every 8 hours, so it's more fair for all time zones. And then this is a new thing that they are actually going to introduce, and it is going to be events. It is automated / hosted events by the staff, that you can go ahead and compete. Now there's natural disasters, there's a primary and a secondary. There's 9 different waves of natural disasters that you have to survive through, and the last person standing in the natural disasters event is the winner. There's also TNT run. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know what that is. It is like the most classic event in all of Minecraft. And they also have floor lava. Basically, you spawn in somewhere random, get as much resources as possible, and then begin building up. Basically, the highest you are is the best because lava will rise from the bottom. And if you're at the tallest point of the map, you're guaranteed to be the winner. And yeah, last person standing wins. Now the dual sword will also activate on the AFK mob. They updated the pass menu, which if we go ahead and have a look, that is actually pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. And then there is the view challenges right here, which we can go ahead and start right now. There we go. There's also now a perk update. Now this is actually a pretty cool feature. Basically every single time you go ahead and hit your pity, it will decrease by 50 perks. So once I roll 500 times and I hit my pity, my next pity will be from 0 to 450, so on and so forth until it maxes out at 250. They also removed the attack speed from Banker 5. They fixed the transcendent bug being active 24/7. They increased the swing requirement for skills, which if we check /skills, let's see, I'm pretty sure it used to be every 15,000 swings. Now it's up to 30,000, so they went ahead and doubled that. And then they also increased the swing requirement for the milestones. They nerfed the lucky block ability. Now you don't actually get perks from the lucky block ability, which does suck, but it does make sense because the lucky block ability was actually pretty overpowered. And then they had some other quality of life changes that make the game a lot smoother. Alright, but now let's buy some companions so we are making a bit of extra money. Oh my god, I forgot the toggle animation. I guess it's fine. Here, we'll hit a chicken while that is going on. Looks like from that we got a chicken, a cow, and a pig. We'll equip best, but we won't actually use that. Let me now toggle animation, and then we can buy 3 more, and then we can buy 1 more. No, we can't. Okay, so we could only buy 6 of them. Now we're getting a 7.5x money multiplier, which is pretty good. All right, so what we're gonna do is actually line ourselves up for the wooden sword method, because I do have some editing to do really quickly. For those of you who don't know what the wooden sword method is, basically it's when you do no damage towards high HP mobs, and basically you're just standing there and hitting the mobs over and over again, and you're getting as much XP as possible. That is the most efficient way to actually level up your tool. So right now we're dealing no damage to the chickens, but they are still dying after like a minute. So let's speed up that process a little bit. I'm gonna upgrade my sword like 1 time, so we're dealing 3 damage, just so it goes by a little bit quicker. And once we get 15,000 money, I'm gonna cut back, upgrade to the next zone, and then we should be able to AFK that mob for quite a bit. All right, there we go. We're now at 20k. Let me do /zone and then go to the barn and then unlock stage 2. There we go. Now we are on the rabbits and they are at 3.3 thousand HP. Now this will take them a little bit longer to die. Just gives me a lot more time to just step away, back up, and only come back when I check my zone timer. So in 24 minutes and 25 seconds, I'm going to be grinding the whole time efficiently. And then once the zone resets, the mob will move. I come back, go on the new mob, and then go AFK again for basically another 30 minutes. That is the wooden sword method. But yeah, we're currently level 9. I'm going to get to level 10 and I'll cut back. All right, there we go. We just hit level 10, meaning if we go to our SS enchants, we unlock the enhancer upgrade. We can already get 18 levels in it, so we will definitely do that. We do also have some tier 1 crystal boxes we can go ahead and open. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully, we got an enhancer crystal out of that. No, we did not. That is unfortunate. We did not get a single good crystal out of that. For our dual sword, we did however get a 75% blacksmith. Wait, that is actually pretty good, but we cannot use it until sword level 150. Wait, I completely forgot. At level 10 we also unlock essence greed, so I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that to 82 levels. That is honestly pretty bad, but hey, not bad. We get 364 every single swing. All right, but now I'm gonna go edit my video, and then after some time I will cut back. All right, it has been a couple of hours since the last clip. We have been swinging here the whole time. We actually did also do a battleground. If we check our milestones, we did it because the beginning battleground, bro, is so good. At 50 kills we get a 30-minute auto fighter time. Let's claim that. And then at 100 kills we get a 3x 30-minute booster, and then at 250 kills we get 10 sword perks, which is huge right now. And then at 500 kills we unlock the random sword ability. We're mainly doing battlegrounds because of this reward right here, but we are currently on cooldown. Whenever we're off cooldown, we're gonna go ahead and do battlegrounds again. We're trying to get this milestone right here because we really need the lucky block ability, because it gives you crystal boxes, gives you keys, and all of those are pretty important things that we need in order to progress further into the game. All right, but through that AFK session we got 241 million souls, 35 million essence, and almost 1k shards. We did actually upgrade our tool a little bit as well. We upgraded some soul greed, some blacksmith, some enhancer, some essence greed, and also some soul magnet as well. I think I'm going to dump the whole 242 million souls into our soul magnet because we need to get it to level 300. And once we get it to level 300, I will go ahead and begin upgrading my soul greed a little bit more. And then once we have soul greed maxed out, I'm going to do a little bit of essence greed. But now we have 35 million essence to go ahead and spend. So let's go ahead and upgrade our enhancer 11 more levels. Now it is level 46 out of 100, which is pretty good. And then for our shard enchants, honestly, I'm not going to buy a set. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade my blacksmith, because if we get a 2x sword booster for 30 seconds, that is huge. We are currently to level 32. Okay, but really quickly, I want to open the Star of the World loot box that we got from our milestones by getting 50,000 swings. From here, there's low-key two things that we need: the wizard set and the lucky block ability. That is all we need. If we win a rank, then obviously that would be good too, but I don't really need the rank to sell. I just need either the lucky block ability or the set. That would be huge. Looks like we got some essence, some boosters, and then we got auto fighter time. All right, 15-minute auto fighter time is kind of atrocious, but hey, we'll go ahead and use it for later on. But yeah, now we're gonna grind for a little bit longer, get a bit more currency, and then we'll upgrade our other enchants, and then we'll begin rebirthing. All right, there we go. We have grinded for a little bit. Now we're at 274 million souls, and now I actually want to go ahead and upgrade our critical a little bit so we can get 431 levels. I guess we'll just get 200 levels, and we'll dump the rest into soul magnet, because why not? And for our essence enchants, let me go ahead and actually upgrade rocket just a little bit. We'll upgrade 150 levels just so we have the enchant, and then we'll put the rest into enhancer. Now let me sword max, and then we'll begin killing the sheep, because I want to actually rebirth to rebirth 5, because if we check our sword attributes, we need to get to level 5 right here to get that extra 20% damage, 20% enchant boost, 25% money, 25% souls, 25% essence, and 25% tool XP. It's gonna just overall make us progress a lot quicker. All right, there we go. We can go ahead and rebirth, but I'm not actually gonna do that. I'm gonna do /zone previous, buy as many of these companions as I can, and then let's unequip these, fuse them all together, equip best. Let's go back to /zone next, and then get another 1 trillion. Now it should be a lot easier to make 1 trillion. And now once we go rebirth, it will be way easier to get back to this point because we got the upgraded companions. I mean, look at this. 1 kill per cow is going to be 250 billion. And we literally need 4 kills to go ahead and rebirth. We only need 1 trillion. So once we kill this epic cow, we'll guaranteedly have enough money to rebirth. And there we go. Just like that, we are now at 100%. Let me do /rebirth and go to rebirth 1. Now we're going to get a 2x money multiplier as well. So it's going to be a lot easier to make money. All right, there we go. We just hit 100% again. We're actually going to go to zone previous, buy us some more companions. There we go. We just spent all our money on companions. Now let's fuse them all together. Equip best. Go to zone next. Let me kill a couple of these donkeys, and then I should be able to go ahead and rebirth immediately after. There we go. Just like that, we are at 100%. Let me rebirth. There we go. Now we are rebirth 2. And then I actually forgot to spend my rebirth point, but we'll just put it in the enchant proc. There we go. And then I also did actually buy myself a crystal. It is the enhancer crystal. 98% boost though. And then we also bought some dust, made it 100%. Now let me destroy this crystal right here. Equip this enhancer. Now we should get a lot more levels. Alright, but now we're rebirth 2 out of 5. So I'm going to get another 100% rebirth, and then I'll cut back. And actually, one thing I forgot to do is claim our 12 gifts. So let me begin claiming those. And off the rip, we already got 1 Star of the World loot box to go ahead and open. We got so many enchant boosters, so many money boosters, soul boosters. We also got some pet special stats, pet traits, essence boosters. But yeah, let me go ahead and place down this SOTW crate. You guys already know what we want. We need the lucky block ability, or we need the set. Either or, I will not mind at all, bro. Come on. Let's see what we will get. We got some pet traits, some crystal boxes, soul pouches, and we got the booster skin. Ooh, I mean, it's not bad, bro, but I think I'm gonna sell it because I don't need it right now. I need the lucky block ability. All right, while we're getting enough money, there's actually some things we need to do to faster progress. Let's do /pass real quick and have a look. So we are now up to tier 6, and we get 10 tool perks here. Let me buy the diamond pass real quick. There we go. and then let's claim all of these rewards. We're getting a lot of enchanted keys, a lot of pet boxes, a lot more keys, more sword perks, and we got a lot of crystal boxes as well. I'm gonna open all of this tier 1s, but we did actually get 2 tier 1 totem boxes that we can go ahead and open. From that, we got a tier 1 enchant, but it's a 0.05x. I think that's good. They did nerf them. And then a pass totem, which we honestly don't need. We can use those tier 2s, we can use these pets, and then we can also use a basic pet. But now the moment of truth, I do want to roll our perk. We have 21 perks to go on a roll. Currently we're on demon 4, but honestly bro, I do not need that. We got spirit 3, we got essence 3, soul 3, money 1, attack 1, spirit 2, essence 4, shard 3, essential 2, souls 5, wizard 2, essence 1, astral 1. We're down to 8 though already. Demon 2, shard 4, shard 2, wizard 2, souls 1, and we're down to 3. Attack 4, attack 3, and we got strength 3, bro. That is so bad. 21 rolls, nothing good from it. We did also get 5 pet traits, so let me go ahead and roll. We got experience 3, buff 1, experience 1, twin 1, level cap 3, bro. That is unfortunate. We do also have 3 normal stat dice and 4 special. Let me go ahead and equip this. I think we need to re-roll this one. Let's go B+, and then come on, A- again. I think I'm going to keep that. But now on our universal pet, I want to go ahead and roll. Hopefully we can get some good stats here. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, all greens and then S and experience. Loki, I'm going to keep that. And then for our pet traits, we have none to roll. So let's equip our universal and equip our tool pet. All right, there we go. We are now back up to 100%. Let me do /rebirth and rebirth again for the 3rd time. We only need 2 more rebirths and then we'll reach rebirth 5. All right, so there we go. We just hit 100% to rebirth 4. We already bought companions and everything. So let me do /rebirth and rebirth right now. There we go. Now we need to just get 1 more rebirth and then we can grind out sword levels. All right, there we go. We just hit 100% again. We already did buy our companions. So let me do /rebirth and rebirth for the 5th time. There we go. Now we can finally start doing the wooden sword method again. But before we do that, let me do /rebirth. Go to our rebirth upgrades and put the rest into enchant proc, because that is the best one you can go ahead and upgrade when starting off. So because we went ahead and rebirth 5 times, that means if we check our sword attributes, we're now getting a 20% damage booster, a 20% enchant boost, and we're getting a 25% boost towards our money, souls, essence, and tool XP as well. The only reason we actually did this was for the enchant and the tool XP, just so we're leveling up our tool a little bit quicker. But we are actually now making a lot more souls and essence as well. We're currently at 362 million. Let me go ahead and dump that straight into essence greed, just so we're making a little bit more essence, so it is easier for us to level up our enhancer. One thing we haven't done yet is if we check our pets, we don't have a souls or essence pet equipped. So to change that, let me do /store and actually buy 2 pet slots because we really need it. There we go, that's 1, and then pet slot again. There we go, that's 2. And then let me do /pets, equip a soul pet, equip an essence pet. And we don't have any pet stats or any pet traits to go ahead and roll on our pet for now, so we're just gonna have it equipped and then we'll use it until it gets leveled up, and by that time we should have a lot of those stuff to go ahead and roll. All right, but now I'm gonna stay here, do the wooden sword method for probably the rest of the day today and until tomorrow as well. And tomorrow, which is Sunday, I need to pre-record 2 more videos, so I have like 4 to 5 days of content while I do get my wisdom teeth pulled on Monday. I'm kind of scared, bro. I might not be able to talk for like upwards of a week, but I don't know. I hope it doesn't hurt like that, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you've not yet already. And while you're at it, hit that like button as well, just because it does help push out my videos. I had a blast recording today's episode, so you'll definitely see more from me here on EnchantedMC. If you don't want to miss out on my next upload, go ahead and turn on post notifications just so you're alerted. But until then, peace.